Welcome to the 3Haunted podcast, where we bring you all things horror, supernatural, folklore, mythology, and all things that go bump in the night.
Hey guys, this is your co-host Ashley Lunar Goddess, Gorilla Girl filmmaker and horror-loving cinephile. I'm just your average pun-making swearwolf that loves to explore the spookier things in life.
I'm your co-host John Thomas, paranormal investigator, super smartass, and film lover extraordinaire.
What's up, ghouls, gals, and all my meta pals? In today's episode, we're bringing back one of our favorite topics. That's right, friends. Welcome back to our annual episode of Paranormal Games That People Play. Who volunteers as a tribute this time? Is it Lila? Is it John? Or maybe it's Shane. Light your candle, knock on the door, and join us as we dive into this world.
But first, a word from our network sponsor.
Are you looking for more awesome podcasts? Head on over to withoutyourhead.com for access to the Without Your Head podcast network, where you'll find a variety of podcasts sure to keep you entertained and coming back for more.
You said, light your candle.
You like how I didn't put my name in there? I'm not doing it at all. Nuh-uh.
Lila's like, I got the candles ready. Let's go.
Candle be lit.
And she's got the ghost in the closet, from last time that we did.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What is when you smell burnt toast? What does that mean?
That's a stroke.
I was going to say, is that like a stroke or something?
I think that
It
actually
is.
is.
It
yes.
is, but you said that they were making toast, so it doesn't count if you're actively making toast and you smell toast.
Totally
Like
fine.
that
If there
automatically-
is toast, it's
think you're having
probably
a
not a
stroke.
stroke.
That would have been the response with the knock on the door. Do you smell burnt toast? You're having a stroke. Call 911. Stop knocking on my door.
Call 911 now. Don't talk
Do you
to me.
smell burnt toast? Are you disturbed by spooks and ghosts and specters? Then call the Ghostbusters. I butchered that
Ghostbusters.
joke.
Or
That's
Toastbusters.
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 Oh, Toastbusters.
Anyways, back to the matter at hand.
Welcome back, everybody. Ashley did tell you our guest. Of course, we have to bring back the same people that came from the first Paranormal Games. We have Shane and Lila. Welcome back. Woo!
Hey, yo.
Yeah, it's only appropriate to bring you both back. Like, it can't be done with any other combination.
No.
Aw, I feel honored.
There was magic that night.
Yes.
I don't remember the episode, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow. Hurtful. I'm sure.
Actually, it
That's
wasn't
just
just
'cause I have a
magic.
really bad
It was dark magic.
It was dark magic. I like that.
I remember,
And Shane's fired.
The Midnight Man.
Yes.
Did we go over the Midnight Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Midnight Man, yes.
There was the one
And
with
11
the doll.
Mile Road. Yep.
The doll. Remember the torturing of the doll? Hide and seek with
Yeah.
the doll.
Whatever
Hide and
that
seek
was
with
about.
the demon.
Yep.
There was 11 Mile Road.
Stabbing the doll with the bathtub.
Has anyone played Lighter Than a Feather?
Yes.
Light as a feather.
Or Light as a Feather? That's what it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
Yep.
you boys have been
You
stiff
have?
as a board. Ayo!
Oh, Ayo.
Oh. Only after I played
Sorry.
Light as a Feather.
And logging off again.
Oh my god, I forgot. That's your dad.
Lila,
Sorry.
earmuffs.
Earmuffs, Lila. I apologize.
Just every time. Just every time I come on an episode.
But you do so well.
And it makes it funnier because you're here, so it may be uncomfortable for you, but it's funnier for everybody else.
Great. I'm here for the comedic value.
Exactly.
I am thoroughly amused.
When I go back and listen to the episodes, I laugh my ass off. So yes.
That's good.
So back to your question. I believe we all have played Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. Have you?
I have not.
Oh.
What?
I have not. Yeah.
Why not?
He's a pretty tall dude. I don't think many people could, like, levitate his ass.
I was friends with a bunch of pessimists,
There you go.
They didn't believe.
They didn't believe, yeah. They're like, no
Yeah,
way.
I think that's most of it. You have to believe.
Is that what it
You
is?
have
It's
to
all
have
belief?
believe in
faith for it to
fairies.
work, father.
I do believe in fairies.
I do.
All right. So who's got the opening fucked up game for the night?
I mean, I have the one that I put on the script, which is I mean, I have more than that, but I
We
kind of
don't
want to
use
talk
scripts,
about that one.
Jonathan.
Oh, whatever. You know what I mean.
It's all
The
improv.
notes. The notes.
Don't let people think that we write our jokes. There is nothing written.
Oh,
in
we
the
definitely
jokes.
don't write our jokes.
I
That's
feel
all
like that's
fucking.
the most obvious part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane says, if there's a script, you guys suck. You didn't send it to me.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
All right. Not
That's why
script,
he
but
wasn't getting the
notes.
lines right. Got it.
Flying blind. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, that's why he doesn't remember the games from last time.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, I was supposed to remember.
Oh, we thought we CC'd you on that.
No.
My bad. As per my last email.
Right. Oh, dear Lord.
What's an email? I'm just kidding.
I suck at emails. I just nope. Whoever
Nope.
created emails should get shot in the foot. Or just one toe.
I think that was Al Gore.
Take his toe.
And that's the show for tonight. Good night.
Did you say you had one, John?
I gotta do a stand up holding this mic too because I don't have my mic stand.
I know, it's so funny.
I know, he
He's
was
just
like,
holding
so,
it up all happy and, hey,
I just
back at
flew in
you.
from New York, and boy, are my arms
I'm in
tired.
my underwear.
I'm in my, oh my God.
You too? I shouldn't
All right.
stand up.
Don't
It is
stand up.
100.
Don't
It is
stand up.
111 degrees.
It's 100-something here, too.
It's ridiculous. In Colorado,
Yeah, Colorado hit 100 and like 104 earlier. Yeah, it was not fun.
you guys have swamp coolers and ACs out there, though, right? At least. Yeah.
Some do, but I don't.
Ice your balls.
That's why I got my spray bottle with water. I spray my face.
I was like, that's an iPad. Never mind.
This one, the green one, brat. All right, back to the matter at hand.
Back, yeah.
The-
If we ever get there.
This is how you open a freaking show.
True.
But no, I have one called The Runner, which I thought was funny. So any chubby people and out of shape people like myself, don't do this one.
No
Just
body
saying.
shame.
No. I mean, I'm chubby, but you know, hey,
I'm
whatever.
teasing. Okay.
So your requirements are a long hallway or corridor with no windows. And if you have them, go ahead and cover them up as much as possible. Make it super dark. You need a sharp object, good pair of running shoes, it says, and something you wish to duplicate. Not a living thing, so let's not like say, oh, I want whatever.
Damn, I was about to ask, can I duplicate myself?
And the scary part is running with sharp objects, obviously.
Yes. No.
One of you is enough.
No, one of me is not enough. I need someone to do laundry. Make that bitch do it. All right.
Kids.
Don't talk to Lila like that.
Oh, wow.
I met my clone Shane.
This episode is chaos.
Your
sure
clone
is.
Shane? You have a Shane
Yes.
clone?
I wish
Yes.
I had a Shane clone.
Okay, running shoes.
Running
That's
shoes.
the last thing I recall.
Yes, running shoes.
Jesus, if ADD had an episode, it would be this right here.
It can't be a living object.
No
this
living
is-
object.
Let's just pause for just a moment. This is what happens when all of us spent like a big season together and then we haven't seen each other in a while. It's
Right.
just like it's like seeing your favorite group of people.
Yes,
And
the
then
gang's
suddenly
back
like,
together.
madness! So this could
Y'all
be
think
gangs
you're
back
my
together.
favorites. That's cute.
I said yours, and I was speaking
Ow.
for myself.
Oh,
I know we're not your favorite, but
Yeah, rude.
okay.
All right,
Go ahead.
going back. Long hallway, nice and dark. No windows. If it's dark, go ahead and cover those bitches up. Make sure you have a sharp object. You're not running with it, Shane. A good pair of running shoes, something you wish to duplicate, and stamina. Because of
are you
course.
only wearing your running shoes?
You can.
Well, they did say have stamina, so there's a lot implied here. Okay, go ahead. Stamina.
Nice sharp
Yes.
object.
Dear Lord. But
Nike, just do it.
There you go. New ad for Nike.
Okay, sorry, John.
You're totally fine. Like she said, this is what happens. All right. You begin at night. Put on your running shoes. Because, you know, they probably wouldn't be on already or something. Do some stretches. Make sure your sharp object is sterilized and close at hand. I know, this is so funny.
Take a yoga class before you do this shit.
Do this, yes.
Be nice
Bring
and
all,
humble.
bring all your supplies, including your wager, to the hallway. Turn off the lights and make sure to cover any exit signs or windows, like I had said before, or doors that may be open. Using your sharp object, as usual, cut yourself to draw blood.
Here we go.
But with that, you are making the starting line from wall to wall with your blood.
Whoa, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of blood. All right.
So what if you pass out in between there?
There's more, because you have to go up to the end of the hall and do the finishing line.
The finish line. Okay, well.
Yes. Make sure there's enough room, from the starting line so you can stand behind it, and for the finishing line so you can place your wager and you can run through. So you're not just running into a wall like I would do.
After the amount of blood you have to give for the start and finish line, you're going to be running into some shit.
Yeah.
That's the idea. They want you off kilter when you start the actual game.
Yeah, they want you completely woozy.
Probably, because you are summoning a demon to kind of race. So,
Oh, great, of course.
yes. Once you're behind the starting line, close your eyes and try to visualize your opponent. Don't get too specific, otherwise, your opponent might not show. If you hear silence, your opponent has chosen not to come. Clean up your lines and depart from the hallway. Get all your shit. You can try another time. If you hear a voice next to you, your opponent has arrived and you may continue. Do not look at your opponent. Look straight ahead. When your opponent asks, "What are the stakes?" reply, "Double or nothing." Say nothing more. So you say aloud, "On your marks, get set, go." You and your opponent must begin running at the same time.
How do you know if they're running at the same time?
You just hear the footsteps. I don't know. You assume.
I'm just
don't-
imagining like
just-
Mario Kart music going on
Right?
in my head. Yeah.
Mario Kart. Whee! Yeah. So, if you lose, your opponent and your wager will be nowhere to be seen. So basically, he knows he won. He took his shit and he's gone.
What was the
it's-
wager?
Whatever you wager. So say you want something stupid like you put $50 there or whatever, and you say double or nothing, so you get $100. What the demon's going to do with $100 is beyond me. But just whatever you decide that you want to duplicate.
It's his business.
Yeah.
It's his business. Or hers.
Right?
Yes.
Buy
Exactly.
some new running shoes.
Yes. Probably. Some
you
more
lost.
blood.
So,
So basically, if you lose, your opponent and whatever you waged is gone, and he will take it. If you win, your opponent will be nowhere to be seen, and 3 things will be left behind the finish line. 1, your wage, the duplicate, and a small piece of paper with the word "again?" ? Do not race again, no matter the outcome.
they let you win
Dun,
the
dun.
first time. Dun, dun, dun.
So I feel like someone has done this.
Right? If you try it again, I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing.
Yeah, because he bought new running shoes.
I'm gonna say, this one, not too bad. This one, yes, there's a blood sacrifice to it, but like, I could race, I can do that.
More power to you. I can't do it.
This doesn't seem that bad. And like, if you lose, he just takes your stuff and leaves. That's fine.
You hope.
I get to
There's
live.
a few things with that though, because like you're imagining, you have to imagine, right? Like who your opponent is. So that requires you. Like, what are you visualizing off of? The first demon that maybe you recalled seeing on Wikipedia. Like, what are you imagining exactly? So like, who's that gonna manifest? But 2, who's to
Stay
say
Puft
what their
Marshmallow.
wager was? Like, we know what yours was, but it doesn't mean they're meeting the pot, right? Like.
Right. That's
Right.
why I was like, what is the demon win when you lose?
Yeah, what was their
stuff,
their
right?
if I win?
I mean, he just takes your $50.
Whatever, whatever you waged, basically. So if you
So
say
not your soul.
No, just whatever you threw out there behind the finish line.
Because you can't have 2.
Well, he does take
'Cause-
2 because he
'cause
takes
demons-
the duplicate and
Well, and demons are like in lore very big on like the semantics, right? Loopholes of semantics. So if you put your wager down and you're saying double or nothing, but not double my wager or nothing, it's just double or nothing, then they're like double what? Double like you said, you don't have two souls, but what if it's like a portion of your soul or like torture of some sort or like a time? I don't know. I feel like it just needs to be more specific than double or nothing.
Especially for a game where like you lose a large amount of blood in the beginning. I just see myself like starting off and then stumbling and hitting my head into the wall and just passing out, and that would be
Falling
it.
face first.
Yeah.
Right.
Like beer fest
hopefully
or
you don't-
something.
Hopefully you don't really need that much blood, just enough for a streak. But yeah, like,
I was
I
going
don't
to
know.
say like a thin line.
I'm an
across.
overdoer though. I want to do like the lines in the middle of the road, so I know where the path
You're
is.
gonna dot with
see,
your
they-
blood.
Yeah, I gotta do. Yeah,
And it's funny because it said that you can do that too, but it's not necessary because you can't really
my
look
God.
over to see. So yeah, because I mean, hello, all that blood, that's extra. You better
Like,
find
could you
somebody else.
imagine though playing this game because it says to block off windows, block off doors, block off all this stuff? Could you imagine if someone just walks in, like this is their floor, and they walk in and,
and you're
there's
just
like
naked with running shoes on, and there's blood start line. You're like
right?
what?
Oh my goodness! Like, how startled would you and the demon be? Like, what the fuck?
Oh god!
The demon just looks at them and is like, "He summoned me." Let's just
Look at each other. Look at the person.
Hey man,
What?
I got called here. You think I wanted to be here on a Tuesday
Right.
night? Heck
You think
no.
I like to race crazy
This
assholes
jerk's trying to race me.
naked and
There's
He's
just
got-
blood on
he's
the
got tennis
wall.
shoes on.
Someone's passed out in the corner.
No one told him just to put tennis shoes on.
Oh my goodness! And this is why we brought you both back for this episode.
it's just so many things here.
But I'm with Lila on that one. I think I would try that one more than some of these other ones.
I wouldn't know. You would. Do you know how much blood it would take to do that? Like, I wouldn't try that just from the premise of how much blood that would take.
It's a thin little streak. It's fine. I have more.
More.
And what if you're a hemophiliac?
I can lose a little because I have enough. I don't need to be selfish.
What if you accidentally hit an artery, and it's like one of those Japanese samurai films?
Oh dear
You're
lord!
just like,
All
Well,
over the place.
you know,
The
That's-
demon's like, I have no idea where the finish line is. There's blood everywhere.
Right.
he just
You
appears,
need to
kind of looks around the
redraw.
room, and is like,
He's running in a circle like a dog chasing its tail.
"All right, you win."
You win. I'm out. Whatever.
I don't even know anymore.
He's like, I didn't
$50.
sign up for this shit. They're gonna
Seen some
blame
fucked
me
up
on
shit
this
in my
one.
day, but this takes the cake.
I don't want your
Here's-
$50.
I'm going
Here's the
back
other
to hell.
thing, though. Like, here's the other thing. Just because you have to wait to start to hear the demon's like voice, right? But
Right.
it's not like there's rules in place, like contractually with these demons. Like someone in behind the scenes created this game and said, "Okay, demons, you have to follow these rules, or else." So it's like this dope just drew blood and is like, "Hey, come out and play." And who's to say the demon doesn't show up quietly? And it's just like chilling there and waits for you to like turn around to start removing blood and like, boom, bitch, I'm gone.
Or
And
just
off they
started
go.
without your knowing it and just came out
Right.
and like all
So
quietly
trip
goes
'em.
across the finish line. Yeah.
Right?
Trip him.
Good.
Exactly.
Get a head start.
Like I'm just
Cheat.
waiting for you.
I mean, see, technically he could start running, but then, he would run out of space because there's no finish line, so he would run into the wall or door or whatever. So if he doesn't wait for you, then it's on him or her.
Yeah.
I love
I don't
that.
know.
Accountability for demons.
Demons
Right.
Anonymous.
Demons 101.
Hold them accountable.
Subsection accountability.
Yes.
All right. I have one for you.
Sweet.
So, have you guys heard of that Japanese text board 2 channel?
No.
No.
Okay. It's like a social media text, like almost like a Reddit, but for
It's like creepypasta or what?
in Japan. Kind of, yeah.
okay.
And so there's a bunch of games posted on there. One of them is called the Shadow Doll game, because I got to bring you the creepy dolls.
I love that.
Kage Ningyo-san. I hope I'm saying that right. So the Shadow
you.
Doll game. Thank you. So this is a simple does not equal safe form of necromancy. So here we go. So it's only one person and you play at your own risk. You are required to have at least a doll, me and the dolls, candle, matches or a lighter, a large tray, a small plate, water, salt, and a quiet, dark room, and also a small table. So you're going to come prepared with 2 questions. They have to be questions that are in the form of like multiple choice, like yes or no. And you'll see why. It can't be something like, give me some poetic answer. It's yes or no questions. And it's done in a room. You have to have a blank wall. So one without a window, without decor, without anything, just a blank wall. Windows need to be covered, lights off. So you're going to place the table next to your blank wall. And you need enough space where you can stand between the table and the wall. And you are going to place the candle on the table and then the big tray in between the candle and the wall. And then you're going to fill the big tray with water, but not to the point where it overflows. It just fills the bottom. And then you put the small tray on top of that and you put the doll in there, like standing up. So it needs to be a doll that can actually stand upright or prop it upright. And that's between the candle and the edge of the table. And you light the candle, you check the wall to make sure you can see the doll's shadow on the wall. So you can see where we're kind of going here maybe. If the doll does not have a name, this is where you name the doll. They do not suggest naming the doll your name or anybody that you know. So pick a really like obscure name of something that you just really don't know. You stand between the table and the wall and you face the wall with your back to the doll. Your shadow should obscure the shadow of the doll. If not, adjust it until it does, and do not turn around. You're not supposed to face the flame, so you keep your back at all times to the doll, which gets a little tricky later. This is how house fires get started, by the way.
Yes.
You remain focused on the shadow on the wall. Now it's time to call forth the doll. Speaking to the shadow on the wall, you say aloud the following phrase 3 times. And it's whatever the doll's name is. We'll call it Susie. Susie, please come. Susie, please come. And you say it a total 3 times. You're not supposed to turn around. You keep your back against that the entire time and you wait. You wait and watch. The summoning has not worked if the shadow doesn't move at all. And you repeat the summoning until the shadow shakes or moves. If the shadow shakes or moves, the summoning has succeeded and you may proceed. Now, if it doesn't, let's say it doesn't work, you don't see the shadow shaking at all, like something's moving behind you, not the flickering of a candle, but actual movement. You can choose at this point to end the game, and there's a way to end the game. But if it's like, it's basically, it's a farewell. You thank the doll for their time, and then you do a full routine. But that's if you choose, like, hey, it's not working, the doll's not responding or summoning. But let's say, hey, it worked, the doll shook it out. And now you may ask the doll one of your questions. Make sure to include how the doll may answer in your question, though. So you indicate, like, here's my question. Okay, doll. Yes, if you swing to the left. No, if you swing to the right. Or you can say another answer, like, I can't even think of it. But, like, if you give them multiple choices to choose from, you say which direction the shadow is supposed to swing. So you're basically going to see the shadow of a doll tick-tock to the left or the right, which is scary as fuck, by the way. Because essentially your shadow is blocking theirs, right? So it literally has to be moving pretty far if you're going to see something against the wall, shadow move on the wall. And you're never supposed to turn around to look at the doll.
What happens if you do?
We'll get to that. So you watch and you wait. And you wait for the answer. And when you get your answer, then you ask your second question. If the doll is not sure of the answer, or it just doesn't give a fuck about your question, you're not going to see any movement. So it's just move on to your next question. You include the instructions on how to answer. And you remain focused. You watch and you wait. What do you see? Once you've gotten your answers to your questions, or you're just not getting anything after the initial shake, you do your farewell. And this is where things get a little tricky. You thank the doll for their time. You don't turn around. Still facing the wall, you're supposed to reach behind you, find the candle, and extinguish it. So mind you, there's a doll that you're not supposed to be looking at there that's been moving, right? And you're supposed to reach around that doll and extinguish the candle without knocking the candle over, without setting the whole fucking place on fire, without a doll biting your fingers off. Like, whatever's going on, you got to reach behind there and extinguish the candle.
It's the toughest reach around I've ever heard.
And you're not supposed to turn around until the candle has been fully extinguished. Now, if you cannot get the candle out safely, then you're supposed to wait for the candle to burn out. So don't choose a big fucking candle, because otherwise you're going to be waiting a while.
What are those Santa Maria candles?
That's what I was going to say.
Like, shit.
Once the candle's out, you can actually safely turn around at that point. You clear your supplies, you put the salt, you sprinkle it on the plate and the tray, then wash both thoroughly with water. You're supposed to store the doll somewhere dark, safe, and locked out of the way for 3 days. So that thing needs to be locked away for 3 days. It's funny how this 3 is a reoccurring number, right? It says you may also place an offering of food near it. So who knows what you summon, but now you're giving it some food, and you keep it stored for 3 days. At that point, you may then put it wherever you want it after 3 days. If at any point, here's some notes from the game. If at any point during the game, you hear laughter in the room that is not your own, it says terminate the game immediately. Don't know what that means. Something else summoned in, because if you hear laughter that's not your own, you better hope you can reach around to grab that candle, right? Because you're not supposed to turn around and put it out and do all the shit you're supposed to do without surprise, motherfucker, happening. I don't know.
It's when you have a little squirt bottle and just squirt behind it. Done.
If you turn around sooner than you're supposed to, all it says is you're on your own.
Lovely.
You're on your own with what happens.
I wonder how many like small girls with dolls giving their doll a bath have accidentally played this game. Like just accidentally summon something.
Oops.
Just giving my doll a bath.
Like playing shadow puppets. It's going to make you think twice, though, playing shadow puppets at night, right? Like, wait, did my finger move that way? Was that me? Was that something else? Like, I don't know. It's just...
Well, I could just imagine like me there in front of the candle, just like, trying to get the candle and like bang it, and then I knock it over and knock the doll over.
What are you summoning into that? Like, because the water is the conduit, right? You put the doll on a plate over water, like, and you're going into some state where you're calling something forward. But like, what are you calling forth? Because something entered that doll. Susie did not have something in her before we called her forth. So like, what the hell entered the doll? And then it's like, and if you hear laughter in the room, call it all off. Like, wow, what are we summoning?
Nothing good.
With also like, wait 3 days, like keep it locked for 3 days. Okay, and then on the 4th, is it supposed to just magically disappear? Especially if you're giving food offerings. I'd stick around. Like, you're going to feed me? Sure.
Yeah, everything has rules.
Right. I like how it says that if you hear laughter that's not your own. Like, you're not going to know if you're
gonna
laughing.
be
Like, what the
laughing.
fuck?
Well, some people get nervous and scared, and that's probably like what would happen if you see
Yeah.
this thing tick-tocking, like a little doll hand waving off to the side or something. Like, yeah, I'm gonna laugh nervously, like, oh fuck, it worked. But like,
Hello.
You didn't say the
Yeah, I
first
can see
rule.
that.
Eat the shrooms.
Eat the
eat
shrooms.
the shrooms, consume the
Who's
shrooms.
laughing? Who's laughing?
You know,
Oh,
then
it's me.
it starts to get into like, for me, like you could throw a little Wicca in this and change it even more. Like, what color is the candle? Are you etching something
Yeah.
on the candle? Is there like so many deviations here? But holy shit, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's complicated rules and it's very precise, but it's also like dangerously vague at the same time. I feel like, yeah, you just left out a lot of the important parts that, I really want to know. What am I summoning? Am I summoning Annabelle?
Right? And the fact that your back is turned this entire time,
Yeah, I don't like
so
that.
you don't see what's
Hard pass.
behind
Don't like
you
that.
at all. Like, nope.
I don't even like
Nope, I'm good.
getting in the ocean or a lake because I can't see underneath me. So, yeah, that ain't happening.
I'm nosy and impulsive. I would turn around and then immediately be killed. Which is why I would not try this game. This episode is going to turn into would Lila play this game?
Know your weaknesses. Yeah.
First one, yes. This one, absolutely no.
Lila would cut herself to raise a demon in some hookahs, race a demon, but she won't play with dolls.
Yeah.
No.
She would draw lines
hard
in
pass.
blood, race in some sneakers, but she's not gonna summon a doll demon thing.
I'm good with neither. Like, just say no to demons.
What if you had a mirror?
I don't think you're supposed to look at all.
What if you had your glasses? What if you had a bowl of water in front of you and you're like, okay, time to put the candle out and just toss it over your shoulder?
Douse the
Like
doll.
you said, a squirt bottle. Just
Yeah.
spray it behind you and hope for the best.
Then you squirt it in the face and it pisses it off.
Because
Stabs you
that would be
anyway.
the scariest part for me once you've seen it moving, right? Is like, now I gotta reach behind me and not like, oh no. Like, that's.
That's why this one's a hard pass for me, is like, I want to look. I don't want to be blindsided, quite literally. I'll run through a dark, creepy, like, corridor in some sneakers, but I want to know what's going on behind me. And if I can't see this doll, then it's a no.
That's a no for me.
That's going to be a no for me, dog. Definitely.
No for me, dog.
All right, who's got the next one?
I've got a little mini one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So it's called Blue Baby.
Ooh.
Which, okay, this one's not as spooky, but it could be interesting. So this is played with just one person, and it requires a bathroom, a lock, a mirror, and a toilet. Things that many
okay.
bathrooms have.
Sounds like a party.
Sounds like a party. So if you can tell, this takes place in a bathroom, as included in the you need a bathroom for this. And you can play at any time at night. So there is not a specific time limit. You can stay up past your bedtime. It's great. You're going to start by locking your bathroom door and facing the mirror in front of you. You're going to hold your arms as if you are cradling a baby and repeat Blue Baby 13 times. So just like you're cradling a baby, Blue Baby 13 times. And then as you're chanting, you should start to feel a weight growing in your arms, like something is actually being held by you. And then once you feel scratches on your arms, you're going to drop the weight into the toilet, flush it, unlock the door, and get out.
What the fuck?
That's the game.
This game.
That's the game.
I
The
remember
fuckery.
reading that one. Yeah. Like,
And
Oh,
so
dear.
if you make it out, you win. Congrats. You got to the door lock. You made it out of the room. But if you don't win, you're going to have scratching continue on your arms until it becomes unbearable. So you're going to feel a lot of painful scratches and like your arms are on fire. There's going to be a woman that appears in the mirror demanding that you return her baby.
Yeah, you flushed your baby. That's rude.
I agree. So my question for this game is why? Just why?
Why do people
Yeah.
play any of these? Like,
this one just borderlines on something I don't want to touch just because it's so, like, eh.
this one to me feels like a game born of trauma.
Yeah.
Someone who is going through loss and it turned into something completely else. But so to me, it feels like it's born out of some kind of trauma, someone that lost their baby, or had like a stillborn baby. But yeah, now it's just an evil fucking game. But also using the power of suggestion, because if you're imagining that you're holding something and you're saying it repeatedly that many times, the power of suggestion, you're going to start to feel the weight of that. It's almost trance-like. But man, the premise seems kind of sad.
Yeah, this was definitely a weird one, which is why I wanted to bring it up because, I mean, we have all of these games with dolls and demons, and all you need for this one is a bathroom.
It's like mini game La Llorona.
Right?
Yeah, I guess she's coming for her baby, but like
Yeah.
the fact that you have to flush the baby, like what the fuck?
God, La Llorona 2022.
Yeah, no
There
kidding.
you go. The sequel.
You want another bathroom one that does not
Sure.
involve babies?
Sounds like a shitty one to me.
All right. So this one requires you being naked too. So
Oh,
you're going to need a
no
bathtub
running shoes.
and salt. No running shoes. Bathtub and salt. You have to be naked in the bath.
Are they bath salts?
Not quite. Once you've left the bathroom, you cannot return for any reason that night or let anyone else enter. So try not to do this with your roommates home or family. Like, just go rent a hotel room or something. So you run a bath, and it doesn't matter the temperature of the water. Turn off all the lights and get in the bath. Sit in the middle facing the taps. Close your eyes and begin to wash your hair while saying, Daruma-san fell down. And you say that, I guess, twice. Or you keep repeating it, actually. So you keep saying that and repeating these words. And as you do that, you should imagine a woman standing in the bathtub. As she stands, she slips and is impaled through the eye by a rusted tap. So this is, you're supposed to imagine this. You're envisioning this as you're washing your hair and saying that. You can continue to repeat the words until you've finished washing your hair. So if it's John, like, this is quick.
That's why I shaved my head.
Keep your eyes closed the entire time. You may hear someone in the bathtub behind you, but it is very important that your eyes remain closed. So don't take a peek. When you feel her presence, you should immediately ask, why did you fall in the bath? Ensuring that your eyes remain closed, you stand up and carefully, you don't want to end up like her, get out of the bathtub. She may try to trip or push you, so be prepared. Leave the bathroom immediately. Don't stop to dry yourself off or get dressed. Once you've left the bathroom, you can now open your eyes, but do not look back into the bathroom. Go to bed without draining the bath or turning on any lights. As soon as you wake up, next, then the game begins. So it hasn't begun yet. So the game has begun once you wake up, but do not open your eyes when she first appears or when you initially first wake up. She may be hovering above you. So give it a moment before you open your eyes when you wake up.
Jesus.
And you may feel her above you, so don't open your eyes.
It reminds me of the movie The Tooth Fairy. Or no, Darkness Falls. Darkness Falls.
Yes. And so now the game has begun. She is now following you. Don't try to look at her directly or you forfeit the game. If you glance over your right shoulder, you might get a glimpse of her. She's a tall woman with ragged clothes and long dark hair. She will only have one eye. As the day goes on, she'll get closer and closer. If you need to buy some time, you may shout, stop. And they have it in another language. I believe it's tomare, stop. It's important to note that each time you use this word, though, during the game, the time she pauses will diminish each time. So it's going to be shorter and shorter how long she pauses. So save it for the time of your greatest need. Do not let her catch you. Like, no shit, really? If you wish to end the game, you must shout kita while looking at her. This roughly translates to, I'm out, you lose. I would have shouted that like the moment I felt her behind me. Kita! While speaking, hold your hands out in front of you and swing them downward in a cutting motion like you're doing like a chop. The game must be ended before midnight on the day it began, or she will continue to follow you awake or asleep, and there will be no way of stopping her. So you can try the whole day, but before midnight, you better remember to say kita. Don't forget. Once you've ended the game, you should drain the bath water and put salt in your tub. Always salt. So there's a high risk of slipping in the bath if you try to get out with your eyes closed, so be very careful. The notes actually said, pirates may look sexy, but you can rock an eye patch without serious injury. So that was, don't lose an eye. And then other notes for the game. Do not immerse yourself in or cross water until the game is over. I don't know why that is, but I guess maybe because water started the game and that's where she came from. You don't want to go right to her source. I have no idea. She likes dark spaces and hates bright light, so avoid dark pathways while playing. She may not stay behind you at all times. She wants to catch you, so may attempt to take a shortcut so she can wait for you to reach her. She's conniving. If you cross the path of anyone during this game, you put them in danger. She may follow them for a short time once your game is over. They will be safe as long as they have never played this game. If too many people have crossed your path while playing this game, she may be kneeling above you when you first wake up and all is lost. But basically it says, do not let her catch you. Ghosts only play games if the prize is worthwhile. If she wins, she gets to kill or possess you. So, them's be the stakes. Yeah, what you get is just you won, I guess. But what she gets is way more. So, and the interesting thing is they don't recommend you play this game more than once. If you ever play the game a second time, she will start in the position she was in last when you ended the previous game. And you cannot end the game within the first hour. So if she was close to you at the end of the last game, you have an hour to keep her at bay before you can stop it again. So they do not recommend playing it again. And they said she will gain speed the longer the game is played. She grows in power, as all spirits do, during manifestation. If she suspects you will end the game, she will hide. You can only end the game by looking at her while you say the words. So she may continue to advance while in hiding. I would say just don't play this fucking game.
That's what I'm gathering from this, yeah.
Yeah. Those are some steep stakes. For the record, I'd probably rather be killed than possessed, but
Right. And with the whole getting out of the bathroom thing with your eyes closed, then probably a hotel wouldn't be a great idea just because you want to know your surroundings. Like if you're in your own house with your bathroom, you kind of know it, in the dark or not in the dark. So you're kind of okay with going with your eyes closed to kind of get out of there quicker, I would say. So, but a hotel's a good idea just because you don't want it around your house. But yeah.
And this is the one where she's always going to be waiting. So it says if you've ended the game and you spot her lurking in mirrors, it says never play a game that summons a spirit. So she's kind of just waiting. Like, I want that. Play that shadow dog game because I'm going to get you. Like,
Right.
She's ready. And that's the other thing I found interesting. You're fucked if someone else plays this game after you that because that opens the door for her to be out again. And if you're in that, let's say, same apartment or you cross paths with them, she can now grab you because you played with her before. So
Yeah. Ugh, yeah.
Don't play it.
there are no winners.
That's a
in this
no
game.
for me on this one too. Yep.
Yeah.
So far, 2 out of 3 will not play.
Well, and she's still like, what's the point? There's nothing you win, right?
Adrenaline rush.
Other than hit stop at the end, but everything she gains. Like, if you summon another spirit or someone summons her in your area, like, gotcha.
She's coming after you, yeah.
Yup, she remembers you. So, nope.
Hot, sexy demons in your area waiting for you now.
With one eye.
One eye.
But
Pirate
at least
demons.
you washed your hair.
Usually when I summon Mama Sans, they do my dry cleaning for me.
Oh my God. You are burning for that one.
Sorry. Did we talk about the fortune game last time?
I don't know. What's that one?
I don't think so.
It says this Japanese fortune-telling game, original name was Suji Ura, is ancient folklore that's been practiced for centuries. All that's needed is an ordinary comb, something to conceal your face, and a crossroads, which is never good, an intersection of 2 more roads. There's just something creepy and mystical about an intersection or 2 more roads. So it says included in practically every legend, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry, you're not meeting any demons in this game, we think.
Lies.
Yeah.
If they have to say that, then enough said.
Yeah, setting you up.
Meeting all
You start
the
by
demons.
walking out to the crossroads just after dark, either alone or with a friend. Stand near the center and make the comb speak by running your fingers across the teeth. Then repeat these 3 lines. Suji Ura, grant me a true response. Conceal your face and then wait, and wait, and wait until someone approaches. If nobody comes or you're approached by a friend or someone you know, your request has been denied by the spirit realm. But if a stranger walks over without revealing your identity, politely ask them to tell you your fortune. Listen quietly, and when they've finished and have disappeared back into the night, walk home with your newfound knowledge. Did you get good news or horrifying news? Who exactly was this stranger? A dead relative or some messenger from the beyond? The mysteries are exactly what make this game so enthralling. That's it.
No, thank you.
That's it. Anything at midnight at a crossroads, I'm like, I'm out. What friend would go with? Yeah, I was gonna say John would be that friend. He would be like,
I would.
I'll go.
John would be that friend.
I would. I'll bring snacks.
Bring a camera, snacks, bugles.
I would do that one. I don't love the idea of standing at a crossroads at night, but if the worst thing that I can get out of this game is a fortune, that's not too bad. I think I can handle that.
This coming from the girl who's gonna
Race a demon naked in tennis shoes
with severe blood loss.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Keeps things interesting.
it's true.
Quick note: you don't have to be naked though.
Yeah.
but naked
nobody
makes it more
ever-
fun. Maybe if you're naked,
Yeah,
you'll
ever
summon
said
an
this.
incubus and you don't have to race because other fun things will happen. You mentioned bugles, and it made me think of one that you can appreciate, Shane. This is called the Dark Music Game.
Ooh.
I was just reading this one. I'm so glad you found it too.
Here is what you need. A musical instrument of your choice. A sterile pen. I am guessing we're drawing blood. Salt water. Paper. A hawk feather. I wonder if it could be a peacock feather. Why a hawk? Ink. Something to hide in a blanket or something. Oh, something to hide in a blanket or whatever you can cover yourself. Headphones. A recording device with a headphone socket and a camera. Place your chosen instrument in front of an open door. Prick yourself with a pen and place a few drops on your instrument. Place the camera in front of the instrument. Using the feather and the ink, write on the paper, "Oh mighty ghost, please play for us." Turn off all the lights. Just before midnight, start the camera. Ooh. Take some salt water into your mouth and keep it there until you want to end the game. So I guess that's like a built-in protection mode. Plug your headphones into your recording device and start it at exactly midnight. Hide. Listen or watch. Another variation of this game states you leave the camera recorder on and return at dawn to watch and listen. It's up to you. To end the game at any time, spit the salt water onto the instrument or where the ghost is standing. So you will have gotten a recording after that, I'm assuming. But you basically offer to drop your instrument for some dark, ghostly music. It says, do not post a recording on any website or bad things will happen to you and probably others that listen to it.
Copyright infringement.
Right? You stole from a ghost. Some people have reported that after the game, they have been plagued by unpleasant dreams. No shit. Which kind of makes me wonder, you guys remember that cursed song we heard about? Where, like, if anyone listens to it, they die or bad stuff happens to them, and it's supposed to be, like, the most cursed song in the world. And it makes me wonder,
Maybe that's a song.
is that how that song was created?
Maybe.
A ghostly song?
Yeah, because I
But
remember
what
Shane
if you
wanted to
put
play
like
it.
up? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying Shane wanted to play the cursed song. The
Yeah,
last
we were
episode
like,
that
no!
we did it.
Well, what if you were to put a banjo and the recording is Cotton Eye Joe? That's not that scary to me. I can deal with that. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to
kinda
play it just
sick.
now.
But what if you don't hide? What if you don't leave the room? What if you don't put salt water in your mouth? But you say everything that you said and you stay holding your instrument and you say, mighty ghost, please play for us through me. And you hit record.
You're joining the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, does that mean the ghost is going to take over you and suddenly you're playing the most epic fucking solo in the world?
I just picture, this whole Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore thing with the freaking... that's what I see.
The clay pottery?
Yes, except for
It's
it's
all
with an
seductive.
instrument instead. Yep.
I'm so awful with playing instruments. The demon or ghost or whatever is gonna be like, "Oh, fuck this! Get out of here! Just go sit
Right.
over there. Put your blanket
Move,
on."
move, get out of here. I got
Patrick
Get out of the
Swayze in
way.
Dirty Dancing, where he lifts him up over and the time of my life.
Love that we were all on different beats there.
Welcome to 300 Karaoke, where we all suck. I'm just joking.
That's right. Oh, now that's a different episode. We had a vampires episode. He was going somewhere dirty.
Oh my God, yes.
I wasn't going dirty. You know, where you look sideways, Lila, looked like you were giving your dad on my squares the evil.
Does it?
It did. I was
funny.
like, whoa, that was well timed.
That's
No, I just, like, my window is still open, so I'm seeing all of the helicopters and airplanes and cars from the street, and it, like, blinds me. All right, so mine is not as spooky again. Can be spooky. I guess it just depends on the circumstances. It's called Red Door, Yellow Door.
Like red leather, yellow leather.
I saw that hashtagged all over Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't read it, but like if I just kind of out of curiosity, I put paranormal games as a hashtag to see what popped up, and that was like 7 or 8 of them was
Yeah, this
the
one's-
cover for red whatever.
This
Red
one's
door,
trippy.
yellow.
Red,
door.
yellow. Yeah, that. Okay, I want to know what it is because I didn't actually read it. So,
Great. Well, I will read to you.
yay!
All right, so this one is played with at least 2 people. You can play it with more if needed, but 2 people is the bare minimum. And one of the people is going to act as a guide, and the other will actually be going through the game. So the guide is going to be sitting down cross-legged on the floor with a pillow in their lap, and the person who is participating in this is going to lay their head against the pillow in this person's lap. So they're going to start to feel really relaxed and approach this game with a more meditative state of mind and raise their hands into the air above them. So the second person is going to lay down on the pillow and relax and approach this game with a meditative state of mind and raise their hands into the air. They're going to start to visualize with their eyes closed a hallway and a set of doors in front of them. The person whose lap they're laying on, the guide in this case, is going to start to massage the person's temples and then chant red door, yellow door repeatedly. So there's not a certain amount of times that this needs to be said. It's just until this person is in that meditative state of mind. And then they can start to see this hallway and the doors in front of them. And then as soon as they see these doors in front of them, they're going to lower the hands. And that is the signal for the game to begin. So this is the cue of, I can see this, I can visualize it. It's go time. Okay. So this person is going to start asking the one who is visualizing the hallway some descriptive questions. Can you describe the hallway? What does it look like? Are the walls like brick? Things like this to kind of get an image of what this space looks like. They can ask, are there any other objects in the hallway? How do you feel about the doors? So in addition to those analytical questions and those descriptive questions, more like emotional and feeling related questions. The person that is in this meditative state can open one of the doors if they feel like it. So if they're feeling a positive energy, they're welcome to open the door and walk through it. Now here's a couple of things. So you have a couple of different outcomes that can come through when you walk through the door. If you see a person on the opposite end of the door, you go the opposite direction. You run away from them. You leave them immediately. Now, especially if there is a man in a suit, this person needs to wake up immediately. So if there is a man in the suit in front of this person, they need to come out of that trance right away. Now, there's no further description as to who this man is, what his intentions are, so it's kind of left to the assumption.
Just if he's wearing
You
a
just
suit,
know if you see
get the
him,
hell
you
out.
gotta go. Yeah. Another thing to be on the lookout for is feeling trapped. So if you're feeling trapped in this room and you feel that you can't get out, that's also a signal to wake up. This game is going sour. you gotta get out. But if you see any like bright colors, anything more positive, can keep going towards that and move towards those objects or that atmosphere. And if you see any stairs, just go up them. So if you have the option to go upstairs versus downstairs, go on the high rise. Now there is no way that was described to end this game other than just waking up and snapping out of this meditative state. There's no way to officially end it, no wording that needs to be given. So you're not quite sure what you're going to be seeing. You're not quite sure if you're even going to see the doors at all, or if they both have pretty bad feelings, don't go through the door. Get out of there. But there's no exact, I guess, procedure in how to go about this, which I find pretty interesting.
And what happens when you don't get out of the meditative state? Like if you see the guy in a suit, does it say?
It does not say, so I can only assume bad things. But there is no XYZ is going to happen to you if you don't get out or if you're not able to get out.
This sounds almost like a yoga, a type of yoga that's out there. Where you lay down and they put you through guided yoga, but it's like you're guided through breathing and sensory of your different body parts until you go into a trance state. And then they try to help you through trauma by visuals, whether it be like, but visuals that aren't like obvious. So like, oh, you were, hit or this or that. It's like visuals like red doors, yellow doors, things, very safe things, and guiding people through their responses. How does that make you feel? Panicked, joyful, whatever, working through those responses and learning to breathe through those responses. And that almost is what this sounds like, except, the dude in the suit and seeing other people. I've never heard that in terms of like pulling someone out of that state. Now I know when people go through that, because that's a type of yoga therapy versus just like a yoga class you can take for people with PTSD and like trauma survivors. They are guided if it becomes too overwhelming or you see the person starts to hyperventilate, you have to pull them out of that pretty quickly. So I wonder if something about the dude in the business suit is like a manifestation of some kind of traumatic trigger that it's like if you see people or you see something or they start to show that anxiety to bring them out so they don't have like a full-blown panic attack or, PTSD reaction. I don't know. That's just kind of what it sounded like to me. But maybe he is something that is nefarious.
It's funny because she said, guy in a suit. I pictured a couple of things. One, Slender Man for some stupid reason. and two, the dude from The Matrix, Mr. Anderson.
Mr.
That guy.
Take picture.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hell no.
Pulling you back in.
Yeah.
Red leather, yellow leather.
That was a good one, though.
But I would definitely try that one.
I would try that one.
I would, just out of curiosity, because it doesn't seem that there are these massive negative repercussions. But there's also uncertainty. So like Shane was saying, we don't know what's going to happen if you can't get out, or we don't know what happens if you can't get away from the guy from the suit.
Yeah. Because we don't know what that is, who the guy in the suit represents. Even if it's something psychologically, like, derived from our insides. Like, it's not some demon or something like that, but it's something internal. We're not trained to address that. So...
Yeah, the last place we need to be is in our heads.
With
At
our
least
friends
me.
guiding us.
With our
Although I
friends
would
guiding
love
us.
a temple massage.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounded nice, yeah.
You're like, I'm not seeing the door yet. Keep
Yeah.
Keep going.
Just
Did
not
you say
there.
it was
Come
a
on.
pink door? Not
Come
the
on.
pink door? Okay, keep going.
Nope, I found a green
I
one.
think you
Hold
need
on.
to do my hand next. Maybe the hand.
Yeah.
Go to my feet. I don't know. That's funny. That was a good one. John, you
Yeah.
said you had one?
I have two. I'll let you guys choose. I have one called, what the hell is it called? The Corner Game. Or I have one called The Answer Man.
Oh.
That's what my nickname
Let's
is.
go corner game. Let's take a vote.
I'll go corner game.
Corner game.
Game.
All
Cool.
right, Corner
Unanimous.
Game. Whoop, whoop. So for the Corner Game, you need 4 players, an empty room with 4 corners, No more, no less. Clear the building in which this room is in. So if it's in your house, get everybody out, including pets. Or, whatever. Yeah.
I can clear the building.
He farted.
Oh my god.
Turn off all the lights except for in the game room. Enter the room and say your name aloud 3 times. Each person must do this. You designate one person as the speaker. From that point forward, no one but the speaker may speak.
Well, we're fucked because we all talk a lot.
I know. Let's not play this together.
Except Lila. She probably is the most disciplined out of all of us.
Agreed.
I was going to comment on the I can go without speaking thing, but then I figured that would be hypocritical. And now I'm voicing that out loud, which is super hypocritical.
Eh.
Yeah, whoops.
Oopsies.
Okay, so after you do the speaker, nobody else can talk. You close the door tight with all 4 players in the room. Don't speak. Turn the lights off. Don't speak. And I love how it keeps reminding you, don't fucking speak. And every time it does that, I keep hearing freaking no doubt, don't speak.
Don't speak. I know, just want you.
Nope.
Okay.
Shane didn't want any part of that one.
You tried, but it wasn't there.
All right. All players must pick a corner. Only one person per corner. You stand upright with your face in the corner, back to the room. So we're talking Blair Witch style. Let's do this. Once everyone is in their corner, the speaker must count to 3. No one else must speak. On 3, players move clockwise to the next corner. Do not turn around. All backs must be towards the center of the room. Once everyone is in the new corner, the speaker counts to 3 again. Everybody moves again. Continue to repeat this step until it is time to enact the completion procedure. We'll get to that here in a second. We'll get to that in a
And then you
second.
cha-cha real smooth.
Cha-cha real smooth now.
To the left.
Now turn it out. Actually, don't turn it out. Back to the center of the room.
If at any point a player disappears...
What?
I was waiting for that. That's why I waited. The speaker should indicate to the remaining players to enact the emergency procedure. Okay, now we've got 2 different procedures here, and we'll get to those here in a second. The emergency procedure is as follows. Players must say their name 3 times backwards, and then put their backs to the wall. The player closest to the light switch should turn on the lights. The previously vanished player should reappear.
Okay, but when you say your name backwards, like in
Yes,
reverse
yes,
order,
yes.
or like
Like
Rutner,
backwards.
or like
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
like if it was written in a mirror. Well, you better practice that before you play this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no
right.
shit.
Mine just a little.
Yeah,
Lila's is the easiest one.
a little.
Yeah, but it's still stupid.
But you said the full name, so is it like first, middle,
No,
last?
just
and
your
say it
first.
all?
Just your first name.
Oh.
Yeah, just your first
Okay.
name.
I don't think my brain
Got it.
could handle that.
I
couldn't
couldn't handle it. No.
I can
All right.
handle Yilsa.
But you can handle a player disappearing, though. Yeah,
Right?
No.
I don't know.
I'd be the one
I
that
never agreed to
disappears.
that.
Come on.
I know.
Okay, so we brought the player back who vanished.
Well, there's more. If after enacting the emergency procedure, an additional figure may be observed in the room, so you may have somebody else in there as long, with you guys, not just 4 of you. The speaker should indicate to the players to enact the completion procedure. Do not, under any circumstances, talk to the additional figure. All right, now we're getting to the completion procedure. All 4 players, and it's the same as the emergency room. All 4 players must gather at the light switch, ideally behind the figure. So if there's an extra figure in there, y'all stand behind that motherfucker. Each player must say their name backwards 3 times and turn on the lights. And here's my favorite part. And hope for the best. If you've all made it, open the door and exit the room. Give us some time before you re-enter. Try not to be alone in that room with the lights off from now on.
The fuck?
Just a roll of the dice.
Yep.
So, at what point They're like, don't talk to the new person because I'm going to be like, hey, you come here often? Like, no, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to talk to it. And what does it look like? Like, I have no. And is that what pulled your friend? Where did they go? I am so not.
Who
down
are
with
you?
this
Where are you
game.
from? And where did John go? 'Cause he was just here.
Go.
Who are you?
Where did you take John?
Yeah.
Don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
Yeah. Don't speak.
Don't speak.
The new player just
That was
puts his
just
finger on your
in
mouth
my
and just
noggin.
mashes it in your mouth. Goes, shh.
I am not into this one.
So at what point does the ritual get evoked? That's what I'm curious with some of these, like, because some of them it makes sense where you're drawing the blood, you're saying something to get something in, right? But like with this one, you just walked in the room and said your name, 3 times? Is that what it is now? If you just, no matter where you're at, if you say your name 3 times, fucking boom, demons appear?
Well,
like,
let's see.
I mean,
what
Beetlejuice,
evokes
Beetlejuice.
And now you've got a visitor.
But it's
up your
backwards.
daughter, Chuck.
And I don't ever like see myself having a purpose of saying my name backwards 3 times outside.
No,
of that
that's to
context.
undo it.
That's to undo it.
go
You have to
in.
say it.
Oh.
You're
Yeah,
just
regular.
saying it regular.
I misunderstood.
Has to go back into
So-
the model.
So again, that's where I'm like, how does it? Is it because you're all going in with the same intention? Like we're gonna play a spooky game and evoke something, and our names
Your
start
collective
it?
energy maybe summons it. I don't
Yeah,
know. That's
yeah, because it's
strange.
just like
It's the vibe check.
I'm never gonna
check.
say my name. Actually, I said my name 3 times to Janice. I'm fucked.
Apparently,
And
demons
actually,
hide in
weird
corners.
shit
I don't
did
know.
happen that night. By the way, so
Of course.
all right. Well, things you learn.
Things you learn.
Yeah, if this
The more
one
you
has
know.
us going like Blair Witch, like you're back
fuck
to the
that.
middle of the room, I'm out. I'm not into that
Fuck
because
that.
I just need to know what's happening behind me.
And maybe it's the fear. Maybe that's part of. Remember, Lady Luna told us that, like, by vibrating out the fear, you vibrate those things back in. So by having your back turned to the room and darkness and going, clockwise through the room, maybe just all of that collective fear is also bringing that kind of stuff back and pulling it into that circle. Because we're essentially walking a circle, right? Using that energy to walk and create a type of, I don't know, altar-ish thing. So
It's
That's
fucked
a
up.
good point.
I want to know what happens if you do leave people in like the house or whatever. Not obviously in that room. Do they disappear? Like, would you
it probably
know?
just wouldn't summon. It wouldn't work.
Or it just it probably wouldn't work.
It probably breaks the circle somehow.
Yeah, I'd probably play this out of curiosity, maybe.
Oh, hell
And then your
no.
friend disappears, and then you're like, oh, fuck.
I'd be like, I
Invite
didn't really
Kevin.
like that person anyway. I'm sure.
Whoops. Wow, some friend you are.
I just push them
I
in the
know.
room, yell their
Unless
name
you're
3
talking to me.
times, and then shut the door.
Invite an ex. Just don't
There you
tell them the all the rules. Yeah, you turn around.
Yeah. Turn around, see who's in the room with us. Go ahead.
I feel like I had a lot
Yay.
of practice on this game when I was a kid, though.
Standing in the corner for being in trouble too much.
Not being able to speak, yeah. My
Yeah,
mom-
yeah.
my mom made me do that a lot, yeah.
My stepmom used to try to get us to do that. I'm like, bitch, you're 7 years older than me. What are you talking about?
Did you go corner to corner to corner though, or just stick in one corner?
Just
I
the
just
one
stuck one
corner. Yeah.
All we ask here on this podcast is that you film it and post it on
And
post it onto YouTube so that
we
we
are not
can
responsible.
see your failure. This is all
You
for
film
scientific
it.
research.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you don't hold us responsible for anything you do.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we
We're not
have
contractually
always
obligated.
said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on 3Haunted Podcast, we have always said, do not play any of these games, and if you do, what happens to you
Play at your
Is
own
on
is
risk.
your fault.
Yeah.
Because we do not advise playing.
We
any
don't
of
condone
these.
stupidity of any sort.
Nope.
Running naked in sneakers with blood loss.
How do you guys feel? Anything you want to add to wrap it up?
I feel like that sums it up pretty well. Don't do it. But if you do, oh well.
Film it.
Deal with your
Then-
choices.
Don't do
Deal
it.
with it
If you do it,
absolutely.
film it.
Do not film it.
Hashtag 300 podcast. Hashtag Shane
I filmed it.
Roberts.
Hashtag Shane.
Hashtag scientific research.
Hashtag Shane made me do it. I'm just joking.
I'm exonerated. I am not telling you to do it. I'm just saying if you do it, post it on YouTube.
Exonerated.
Just send it to Shane specifically.
Yeah, don't
Not
send it to
to
us.
3Haunted.
please.
I didn't ask for
We're
it.
good.
I will post it.
No,
I will post it.
I'm putting it towards you.
Yeah, this is not. I don't want to
From-
see any
from me
demon
too.
summoning. Like, I'm good.
I don't know. I want to kind of see people run into the wall.
I want to see the nude sneaker running for sure. Post that to YouTube.
Be the person that walks in on that. Like, you got your groceries, just walking in from Trader Joe's, and then you see this naked person
You
running
have any
by.
DMs Ashley's going to get after
Not
this?
in front of my Brussels sprouts and my
Look, I'm
little
running in
ice
my
cream cones, my Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is so good. Don't bring Trader Joe's into this.
Trader Joe's is good. Trader
I'm
Joe's
just
is
saying, they're just walking
What
in
is
their own
this?
good.
business.
Although tofurkey is a little...
All right, guys. We definitely killed it tonight. Thank you for joining us. Lila, a pleasure as always. Shane,
Thank you.
you're twisted, but I love you.
Boom shakalaka.
All right, Johnny John, bring us home.
Yeah, there are no more words. Again, thank you, Lila and Shane. There is nobody else that I would rather have on this episode for the paranormal games. Our humor is definitely unmatched when it comes to shit like this. So, thank you guys both for coming on. And Lila, I know you eye rolled a couple times. I saw ya, but that's okay.
What? No. Crazy.
I was going to say, I like how you said no one that you'd rather have on this episode. Like, all the other episodes, someone else.
Well, this one,
Yes.
we're just, I mean,
Preferably.
whatever. You guys know what I mean. Shut up.
We're specialists. We're specialists, Lila. You and I.
You're special, all
Got
right?
team.
Poor Ashley. She's just like, would you hurry up and wrap this shit up?
She's going to get a ton of DMs with naked guys in sneakers.
Show me your sneakers.
Big floppy donkey dicks.
No!
Hashtag.
God damn it. All right, John.
BBC sneakers.
Hashtag.
BDE Snickers.
Oh, dear.
Snickers?
Sneakers.
I don't want Snickers now.
All right.
What happened? What happened to us?
We fell off the rails. Come on, John.
I'm
think
trying.
we were ever
Y'all
on
just,
them.
y'all
don't
just
think
keep
so
going. It's kind of fun to watch this train wreck. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode of 3Haunted Podcast with your host. I'm John Thomas.
I am Ashley Lunar Goddess.
I'm Shane, and we all have ADD.
If anybody has any questions, comments, or episode suggestions, please feel free to email us at 3hauntedpodcast@gmail.com. And if you haven't done so already, please like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media. You don't want to miss any of these crazy fucking moments.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Until next time.
Don't wanna close my eyes.
Oh my God. Dear God.
Don't wanna fall asleep.
Because I miss you, baby.